Okay, everybody. Welcome to the new version of the Battle Pirates game. People have been eyeing me all day. You can do a video of how it's different, and I said yes as soon as I get home. So I have 2 pages worth of stuff. It's the good, the bad, and the already fixed. Let me tell you the two things that they've already fixed. One is the comms. They were the contrast was horrible. The text was smaller. They fixed that. That's a lot more readable now. The other thing that was really annoying that was on my list was there was like a glare from the sun that sort of was on somewhere between here and here, and it would just move with you and you can never get rid of it. That was annoying after about 3 seconds of, oh, that's kind of neat, and then it got annoying. In the base, some things that I'm going to go full screen, might as well. Oh, and the other thing is here, they have a list up here at the top of some of the things that they are already planning on tweaking because of feedback from people. In the base, the warehouses. My warehouses, I can only hold 32 million. That means they are near capacity. Does that look to be near capacity? No, not even close. You know, honestly, if you go hit a base and there is one cargo square, hit the base because they have plenty of money. This is such a visual mismatch. One thing I would like to see, they made this square footage smaller than a lot of these buildings, but the actual layout size is exactly what it used to be. If you're going to make the building smaller, you know, make it the same layout size as the rest of these. It'll give people a little bit more flexibility. The overall layout, the overall scheme, you know, in my opinion, is like Art Deco meets steampunk. It's a lot of pastel-y looking colors. They are going to fix some of these turrets so there's more contrast, so it's easier to tell, you know, what level the turret is, what gun is on it. I actually have to keep going into the weapons lab to see what to remind myself, well, what gun is that? I can't remember the green versus the blue. They're not visually, to me, they actually look very much the same. This one has a longer barrel than this one. Other than that, they're pretty much the same basic gun. The blue is the flak and the green is the bombard. Let me make sure. Yeah. The red. This is the red with the long barrel. That's the mortar. There's the shorter barrel. That's the Cerberus rockets. If you run across I think it's a bright yellow, it's the missiles. If you run across the orangey yellow, that's the howitzers. Otherwise, most of the other buildings, I'm still having to click on them to remember which building is which. That's fine. Nobody cares. Something that's cool. I'll show you something cool. If you find a boat, see if I can find a boat real fast. Here it is. It tells you what sector that boat is from. That's cool. So if you're wondering, you're like, oh, is Captain Stowe from around here? You just click on, oh yes, he's from around here. That's actually really neat. I like that. I like that a lot. One thing I don't like is this bubble animation. I get the fact that it's not a static shell and it's a dynamic bubble that disappears at some point, but here's the problem. If you look on the screen, what is the most bright, vibrant, pulsating thing that you can see? This. What's the one thing on the screen that you don't care about? This. Because it's a bubbled base, you can't do anything about it, so your attention should be on everything else. But yet, that's calling your attention to it. I don't really like that. I think that maybe do the shimmer once or twice when you first see it, and then go static. Another thing I don't like is this is the flags, right? This one has not been killed. This one has been killed. It's a yellow versus a red, but it's turned, and they're smaller, and they have a lower contrast. So you really have to pay attention. I actually am going back to my old way of doing it, where I just will look down here. I don't even pay attention at the actual map, because if something is dead, if I can find a cargo that's dead real fast, it'll show up in the traditional orange plus sign, and then a non-dead one will be the red plus sign. Here it is. This one's dead. Orange plus sign. See it? There we go. See right there, and then the non-dead ones. So I'm actually doing that a lot to confirm. The bases are so large you can hide your entire fleet underneath the base. You know, that has pros and cons, and I'll show you an example. Like, let's add a bookmark here. I'm out of bookmarks. Is there something easy? Add a bookmark. Nope. Went. Somewhere I have a bookmark right here. Oh my goodness, you're killing me, people. Okay, I added the bookmark. Okay, obviously there's a bug with that. I'll show you all later. We're gonna hit this base. I'm gonna show you some things on the base. One thing I do like when you're not in full screen. Oh, that was not this button. It auto scales the width. That's pretty cool. I like that. Took me a little while to realize it wasn't actually cutting it off. It just goes all the way to the edge and then goes all the way to the edge, and if your screen's different shape, it'll still auto fit it. That's pretty cool. Some of the actions actually seem more responsive. That's pretty cool. Some of the screens taking a long time to load elements. I hit a base earlier today and it was a minute into the fight before the buildings loaded. I couldn't even see turrets, and I was a minute into the fight. I did not like that. If you go to the shipyard, I should still be able to see it. The guns and everything are a couple pixels over too far to the right. That's a minor nit that you can work with. The base having thinner walls, it's good and bad in a way. It's good because you can see the second rows to make sure that everything's upgraded properly and you didn't miss any of them. That's actually kind of cool. A lot of people say it looks like matchsticks. You know, I don't really care about that. And a lot of people were complaining because when you hit a base, it's showing health bars, but that's something they're going to fix. One thing some people don't like is it's a little harder to see where stuff can go when you're in the moving mode than I think it used to be. I haven't actually tried that yet. There's a lot of these buttons light up now. I think they didn't used to. I like that. That's pretty cool. It helps you know that you're hitting the right thing. What would be awesome though, an idea, is an option for a low animation mode where a lot of the animation is shut off. That would be nice for machines that aren't as capable. The ships, I think they're going to do some tweaking to the ships. Some of them are more size relevant to each other, but actually some of them aren't. The Marauders actually got bigger and the Seawolves got smaller. The Seawolves probably should have gotten smaller, but the Marauders should have not gotten any bigger. One thing I do like is though you can see in a battle, you can see all the guns in a I'm gonna send y'all up here. You can see all the guns on a ship, whereas before sometimes you only see, 3 or 4 of the guns. So that's a good thing. One problem I'm having is I'm having some eye strain issues. So I'm getting a headache playing the game some. I'm not exactly sure what that's from. So after they do some fixes, I'm going to see if that continues or not. And one thing I really like in the repair and stuff like that, they're showing you the seconds along with the they're showing the seconds along with the minutes in the fleet repair. So you know how you've seen the 5 and you're like, oh, well, let's wait for the 4. You don't know if it's 2 seconds or 60 seconds. So that I like that. That's pretty cool. What is this? Spectator. Oh, okay. Then I got some stuff for the base attack, which we'll talk about that when we actually get to when we get inside this guy's base. Girl's base, probably. Oh, I didn't really think about it, but so many people are asking, show off the Barracudas. And I learned from hitting a base earlier today that I actually need to send a different set of prep fleets because it's so easy to hide underneath a base. I can't just send my cheap Seawolves that have no armor because they got eaten up by a ship that I didn't even know was there. Hello. Is that loading the base? I thought I saw another ship out there. Sentinel missiles. The graphic didn't load. Howie's. Let's pretend that's a since we can't see it, we're gonna have to pretend it's a bad one. And tell you what do I need to do real fast is let's send you home. I already added a bookmark. Oh, people, y'all are killing me. So there's a bug in that. Actually, I kind of want to. That was weird. They actually hit me. Oh, suckers. Is that as good as that gets? Problem is I might be beating they had a base fleet come in. Is that what I told you to shoot at? Just want to make sure my other ship is not. Nobody's right at it. What are you doing? Who told you to go up there? Okay, that's fine. keep an eye out to see if they drop another fleet out. Alright, let's see how this works. I didn't like how long it took the buildings to load. You saw some glitches right there. You don't get the hand icon when you select targets. And one thing I really don't like, I wonder which one bet I'm too far north. That's not actually too bad. You don't get anything that identifies with a 25% mark. Remember where we had the rivet before? We don't really get that anymore. See, it's the same cursor. So we're going to say the 25% mark is, say, maybe here. Okay, what are y'all doing? You feel really close. Did I just go higher? Was I too low or too high before? I don't remember. It's a little, I think the base attacking is a little bit off. But here's another thing. We're going to look at this warehouse. It has one cargo container. When we leave, let's see how much we get. One thing I think maybe some of my strain is a lot of these on the battles, these fleets are fuzzy. Oh, there it is. The icon came in this time. I'm y'all going in and come in. So do we have any? That was flak? Yes, that was flak. So I don't really care. I'm not shooting anywhere near it. So they have just those basic warehouses. Alrighty. Oh, there's our timer. Yeah, that's not nice. But when I stop shooting, it'll be dead. I know that. So let's see. When I get to here, I'm gonna take this one out as we're going by. And I don't really care how many resources it has. One, I want to show you the stuff and oh, he didn't kill you. Oh, I thought I should have killed you. Alright, let's kill that. And we'll tell it to keep moving. Alright, did I hit everything on my list? Pretty much, I ran through it. So they are starting to fix some stuff, and that's good. I'm psyched about that. One thing that's interesting is these things, when they're different levels, they're actually different sizes now. I noticed on the oil platforms, they were probably the easiest one to tell. And let's see, 150. This is probably the furthest thing away. It says tell it. That's what we want to focus on. This is the dock. Like I said, I have to pay attention, and it's in the water, so it's an easier one to tell. Overall, as long as the eye strain is not a problem, I don't really mind. I don't really mind the update. A couple of these things. Oh, yeah, the 25% marker. So what I was thinking was, my first thought was, well, what if you did like a, hey, I have this hover. What if they did a hover over here? And I was thinking, oh, well, they could just like overlay the number that you're at the percentage of. Or they could do what they did last time and just have something, some artifact that says where the 25% mark is. You know, like they could take this visual element and scoot it out a little more. I mean, they could do it both ways. Scoot it out a little more so this dot is at 25% mark. Or put a little red cursor or something. So that, you know, you get an idea of where it is. I mean, even if this was just slid over close to the mark, that would be fine, you know, because that's what we used before, right? We just had that one rivet. It's just not something they planned for, but it was there. But warning, if you're going to go hit a base, make sure you send a prep fleet first, because they could hide all 10 of their fleets underneath their dock, and you'll never know. And you'll never know it. And we're just going to destroy everything, because I'm not doing this for res, I'm doing this for a revenge for somebody. Yeah, good luck you catching me. I have to play with that whole bookmark thing. It's not letting me get to it. Oh well. Okay. So they basically, this is the update. They're going to be changing some boats. I think if they did a little bit of tweaking on the boats, they don't even have to put it back the way they were, but a little bit of tweaking on some of the boats, I think that'd be fine. I like the floating fortress, which didn't render. Okay. Well, you go find it yourself. The floating fortress, I think, I can see it here. Which one of these? Well, of course, it's the same image all the way across. I like that one better than the old one. That one's I think the coolest boat looking. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, but that's my list. I hope they fix some of them. I really think the warehouse thing ought to be fixed. I really wish the 25% thing was fixed. The rest of it, eye strain issue, but I'm not exactly sure what's causing that. I don't know if it's blinky stuff or the fuzzy stuff or the really high detail on something really small. I don't know, so I don't want to ding them on it yet. The bubble animation is somewhat distracting. That would be nice. It's getting a little bit easier to deal with. My favorite things are when I'm in the repair, I can see the seconds. When I click on a ship out here, I can see what sector they're from. Those things are really cool. Let's see. I like the fact that I can see all the guns on a boat. That's really cool. They're probably going to screw that up when they put the boats back. Oh, and we got something that just came home. I can show you the second thing, which you're going to see on your own. It's not a huge thing, right? Oh, that's gonna be a lot of repair. Oh, but that bug is still there. You're still once you view a base, it's still screwed up. They didn't fix that one. See the hours, minutes, and seconds. So if I'm just doing like this one, you can actually see it. Those are all that's gonna take a while. Well, how long short was that one? Okay, that one. So the buttons are in different places. I'm used to going here and then double clicking. I have to click here and then the speed up. So that's what's going on. That's the new update. They are already starting to fix certain things. They're making the turrets a little more visible. They already fixed the chat. They already removed that. I did see that on a different monitor. Honestly, it didn't bother me that much. On a square monitor, that's a problem. I don't use something that kills walls, so I haven't seen that problem yet. I don't know that I've had a bug with this. Oh, here they are. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.